maybe futile to ask, but are you able to share your starters? Or,
I am not sharing my starters. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess does you have them set, or does that depend on whether or not Jaren Jackson Jr. can play for them?
I think I have them set, but it does depend a little bit on who they put in for him. So we'll see. He's doubtful, and once we find out from them, hopefully their coach will divulge his starting lineup early, but I doubt it.
Hey, Coach, talking about the English since you've been here, the difference like directly when you're here. What's the difference of the team now than it was back then?
Yeah, a lot. We're more cohesive. We've learned a lot as far as what it takes to win. We've learned a lot of lessons as far as kind of being good in moments that are adverse, and when the score kind of goes the other way, we hang in there, and we have to this point. So yeah, we're different. We changed the lineup, and we have a little bit more shooting on the floor, and we're shooting more threes. We're playing a little bit faster, doing a few more things defensively. We were pretty bland last time we came here. So yeah, we're very different than the last time we came. Yeah, I mean, tonight's going to be tough, obviously, with the back-to-back, and we do have a bunch of back-to-backs coming up, which will be tough. But it was important for us to win that OKC game at OKC and to break our losing streak on the road. So we know we can do it. We know what it takes, and the way that we've been playing, even with last night's loss, I thought we played hard and played together and did all the things that we did during the streak. We just ran into the champs, basically. But yeah, we are better equipped for these road games for sure.
Eric has done out the second game with the last couple back-to-back as well, but now you also don't have Jalen and Kevin, so who do you look to really for ball handling?
DJ Augustin. DJ's going to be our lone point guard, and we'll have Josh Christopher out there playing some point, and Jae'Sean Tate will play some point. Feels like we're kind of like last year a little bit, where we're doing it by committee. But yeah, with no Eric, we'll have those other guys play some point. We're really evaluating each individual one. So, if there's any sort of tightness at all, we're going to be super cautious because we need him. As we've seen, we really need him for this season and for these stretches. So, each individual one will be evaluated on its own.
Zach Randolph the Grizzlies, just want to get any memories of this season, just your experience around the league.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here for this night. He is one of my favorites, and I never got a chance to coach him, but I remember when he came to Charlotte for his pre-draft workout, and we went out to dinner together, and I was like maybe 27 or 26, and he was a young guy, and we enjoyed our time together. And then he came for the workout, and him and my dad like hit it off because they were so much the same, like grit and grind and rebound and undersized and use their bodies and strong. And he always would ask how my dad was, and we just over the years have had a connection. So this is awesome for us to be here for this day because he's definitely one of my favorites that I never coached. I wish I would have coached him, but it's really cool. He deserves it. Yeah, Zebo can score a lot better than my dad, but he loved him because he loved how tough he was, and he loved how he couldn't jump just like my dad. And there are just so many similarities between the two of them. And then later in his career, how he became a leader of his team and someone that you could depend on and leading teams to playoff runs and that sort of thing. And there are a lot of similarities between the two. So yeah, he's also, if my dad were here, he would be super happy for him as well, because there are a lot of parallels between the two.
We'll take a couple of questions on you. Mark Herman.
Steven, what has it been like for you, and what has it meant to your team to watch Armoni grow within your system and for you to develop the confidence into starting when you need to?
It means a lot. It means a few things. It means that we're doing it the right way as far as our developmental system. He was in RGV last year and then came up and played some good games for us, but was here all summer and working with John Lucas and working with our coaching staff. And last night he was driving the ball to the rim, and that's something he's been working on. So yeah, it's gratifying when you see guys like that who kind of start in the G League and work their way up and become a big part of a winning streak or us playing well and kind of changing how we were doing things. Because as I said a bunch of times, we weren't shooting a bunch of threes prior to inserting him and Garrison in the lineup. Now we're shooting a lot more threes, and our offense is a lot better. So yeah, it's definitely gratifying.
Steven, on a night like this, you kind of flew in at 1 a.m. in the morning. How valuable are guys like Josh Christopher and KJ Barton to kind of bring energy off the bench?
Yeah, we're going to need everybody tonight. It's going to be important because we got here at 1, but I think we got to the hotel like 2, and we played a really tough game last night. Tough, physical, took a lot of energy. And then without Eric tonight, we're going to have basically 10 guys playing, and it's going to be tough because we expended so much energy last night. So yeah, those guys who haven't been getting as many minutes, those guys who have a little extra juice, I'm going to be dependent on them tonight.
The last one, Adam.
Steven, you guys are in a part of the country that had some pretty scary weather last night, and I understand that you guys had a pretty eventful flight. Can you kind of, now that you survived it, can you kind of explain what the trip in was like?
It was bumpy. It was unsettling. It was, we saw the line of storms and we saw where we were going. And once we kind of got close to Memphis, we had to divert because they closed the Memphis airport, and we had to circle, I guess, for like 30 minutes, but it felt like an hour. Maybe it was an hour. But they said it was going to be 30 minutes. And, moments like that, you're just kind of at the mercy of the pilot and the weather. And it was definitely unsettling. It was not a friendly skies last night. It was really a tough flight, but we made it, and everybody was very relieved when we landed, and we got to the hotel and everything was good. There are a few players who said that they would have taken the bus. They would happily have taken the bus from Houston to Memphis, but we made it. So we're definitely blessed and thankful that we made it.
Thanks, Coach.